Yo, everybody, welcome back to Jeff Talk. On this episode of Jeff Talk, I'm going to be talking about when you see people that you don't remember. So, the thing about that is, you go out, you're doing your thing, and then you have, someone come up to you, and anyway, you have someone come up to you, and they always come up to you, they're like, yo, how's it going? Like, what's going on? Stuff like that. And you look at them, and you're just like, in your head, you're like, I don't even know who this person is. I can't even think about who this person is, and I just don't understand. So and then you feel like an ass and stuff like that. You just sit there staring at them. They're like talking to you. They're like talking about, oh, you remember this time, this time, this time. You remember all those times, but you don't remember this person being there, and you don't know who the hell they are. But yet they know your name. They know like when your birthday is. Like they know people you know, etc. And you feel like an ass, and like they don't even look remotely familiar to you. So like I can guarantee you most of you people have been through this, and all of you guys know what I'm talking about. But it goes the same with me to start with. There's sometimes I see people that I know from somewhere, or I actually know who they are. I remember their name, stuff like that. But I'm hesitant to go up and say something to them because you feel like they're going to be in that position when you're talking to them. They're going to be like, I don't know who the fuck this person is. Why are they talking to me? So you kind of hide. We don't know why we hide, but we hide. Like we kind of like get down and like, I hope this person doesn't see me, shit like that. But we it doesn't really like, I don't understand why a lot of it happens the way it happens, but it does happen, and it, what, like the whole hiding thing, we like get down, like we hide behind something, like why do we do that? You think that you know this person, okay? You like I know them, but the reason I'm hiding is because I don't want them to recognize me because I feel like they're not gonna remember who I am. What the hell? That doesn't make sense. Okay, if I don't think they're gonna remember who I am, why am I hiding? If they're not gonna remember me, I don't need to hide. And if they do remember me, that's a good thing because then they'll come up and say hi to me because I know who they are. So why can't we just start a conversation? Um, there's been multiple times I've gone out somewhere and someone's talked to me and stuff like that, and as I said, I don't know who they are. They know who I am, but I have no idea who they are. Um, and they just keep talking, talking, talking. They're saying stuff. You're like, yeah, I know this. I remember this. I remember this, but I don't remember who you are. You don't say that to them though. Like you act like, oh yeah, what's up? I remember you, but you're like, I don't know who the fuck this person is. And that's it. It just blows my mind how like you can know so many people in the world, or so many people can know you. But look, here's a good example. Okay, the odd time I go back to visit my high school, Richmond High School, Colts. What's up, Colts? I haven't been in that school for, let's see, 11 years. I go and visit sometimes. Some of my teachers, they remember me right away. They're so happy to see me. And this happened to me back in October or November or something. I went in and visited one of my teachers. He happened to say my name, and some of the kids in the classroom were like, oh, what's up, what's up? And I was like, they were like grade 9s. I was like, I don't know who any of you are. This is what I was saying in my head. I was like, oh, hey, what's going on, guys? Stuff like that. And like they were excited to see me. I didn't know what the hell was going on or who any of these people were. So they left the classroom. My teacher then, Mr. Miller, represent, buddy. I miss you. So Mr. Miller starts talking to me. I was like, how do these people know who I am? And then he was telling me stories about, I like there's stories about me in the school, like stuff I did when I was in that school. It's very sweet. I'm like a legend. But this is what I'm talking about. Everybody know, like so many people know who I am, but I don't know who anybody is there. But that's different. I like the topic that we're talking about today has to do with when you're as I said, walking down the street, maybe rocking out to music, maybe being a superhero, or hanging out with other friends. And then, as I said, someone comes up to you, they're like, "Hey, Jeff, what's going on? It's been a long time." And in my head, I'm like, can you just go away? I don't know who you are. I can't remember who you are. But then you feel bad because they start shooting all this shit at you like, "Oh, hey, man, you remember when we went to the beach and you jumped off the pier but almost killed yourself because you landed on a pole?" And then in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, man, I remember that shit. Now who the hell are you?" And stuff like that. It's happened to everybody in life. It's kind of like you meet someone and you see their face and it's like they're wearing a mask. So just remember, people, try to remember. It's really hard to remember everybody in life, but because we meet so many people, thousands and thousands and thousands, it's impossible for us to remember them all, but gotta try your hardest. There was another time I talked to this lady on the bus. She was in her 50s, talking about all this stuff. She's a nice old lady. And then, like a month ago, I met this girl. I started dating her. She became my girlfriend. I went home, met her parents and her mom. I was like, she looked at me. I looked at her. I'm like, "You look really familiar." She said the same to me. I started asking her questions like, "Did you go here?" She's like, "No, no, no." Didn't dawn on me. And then this is what happens to us. A lot of people out there. All of a sudden, one day when I was with this girlfriend at the time, me and her mom both stopped and said, "Oh!" At the exact same time. It clicked in her head where we knew each other from. Exact same time. I don't remember why. But it was. Then we remembered we met each other on the bus that day and talked the whole bus ride and stuff like that. It's just weird how all of a sudden your memory clicks. So next time somebody comes up to you and is like talking to you and stuff like that and knows you, obviously they know who you are, unless someone's playing like a game on you and told people this stuff. But give it a second, maybe give it a week or something, and you'll be like, "Oh shit, I remember that person. I should have got their fucking phone number," or something like that. "That guy's my homie," or some shit like that. Now the worst part is when if you're a guy, when a really hot chick comes up to you, or if you're a girl and like the nicest, hottest guy comes up to you and they're talking to you like, "Oh, how's it going?" and they seem to remember you, but you don't remember them. That's when you feel like shit. You're like, "I want to know you. I don't want to be like, 'Oh, what's your name?' because then the girl or the guy might be like, 'Oh, fuck you. You can't even remember me, you jerkwad.'" So yeah, as I said, try your hardest to remember stuff like that, because if not, it sucks. It sucks that we don't remember and everything like that. Anyways, yeah, thanks again for another episode of Jeff Talk. I have a couple requests I'm gonna get to the next couple episodes. So I will see you again in a few days, maybe longer, maybe less. It all depends on my schedule, shit like that. So from Spidey, from Raggedy Ann, from that weird fucking picture back there, still not sure what it is. Thanks again for another episode of Jeff Talk. I'll see you later. Peace.